Hi and welcome. One of the questions that some subscribers have been asking, and I received some email and also on Facebook, they're concerned about the safety in Mindanao. So the question is Mindanao safe? Okay, some of you made some comment, and I can understand. Diplogue, yeah, very nice, but until you get kidnapped. Or another one saying, Mindanao, no way, I'm not going to go there, it's too dangerous, it's not safe. An email, yeah, my wife wants we go there on holiday, but I'm too scared, I don't want to go there, so I'd like to hear from someone living there firsthand, whether it's safe or not. Another one, US government recommend not to go to Mindanao. Okay, so any government, whether it's American, Australian, New Zealand, UK, Europe, France, even all European countries, all the Western world, if you like, mostly them, do not recommend for you to go to Mindanao on holiday, for instance, or even live there, even less live there. My opinion, I've been living here since last year. I've got friends now that I got a couple of friends live here. 10 and 8 years. I have one friend been here for 15 years. He lives on the other coast of Mindanao. Look, I know a lot of people have been living here, and I've been talking to a lot of people. And what the government recommend is it's exaggerated. It's highly exaggerated. Look, it's up to you. If you want to follow the guidelines, it's fine with me. I don't mind. You know, they got responsibilities on the citizen, and it's quite understandable. However, saying that, to me, it's bullshit. I've never been threatened. I know there's been some issue in the past. Abu Sayyaf have been one of the terrorist group that first started to come to the coast of Mindanao, such as Zamboanga, and also on those islands the south, Joyo and other places. But they will come with a fast boat from Malaysia and Indonesia, and then they strike somewhere in the coast of Mindanao. And also they went up to Bohol, and they went up to Manila, where they put a bomb and killed many people. So it's not just Mindanao; it's a few parts of the Philippines who were threatened in the past. But in the last few years, and for what I heard is since Duterte has minimized the presence of a USA army, things have gone much quieter. So I haven't heard anything which is really terrorist, type of action. It's more like kidnapping people for ransom. It's all about money things, and this is happening all around the world, guys, and in a bigger scale. I mean, Guangzhou, which I've been going there many times for my business in the past. My wife was terrorized when we used to walk on the street because we're going to be kidnapped. We can be kidnapped. All around the world, there is a safety issue. I wouldn't go, say midnight, 2 a.m. in any big city of Europe or even US or South America. I wouldn't feel safe at all. However, here in Diplogue, I would go midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, walk in the street of Diplogue. I have no problem whatsoever. Okay, there's still some sort of a martial law all over Mindanao, and then when you go from Dipolog Delta to Sindagan, Sindagan is a bit more exposed. The further south you go, the more exposed it is. And there is a military checkpoint just about, not everywhere, but in a lot of places. So if something happened, military would be there very, very quick. When I used to live in Sindagan, I used to see 2 or 3 trucks of military parked in the entrance of Sindagan, for instance. And so the threat may be a bit bigger there. I mean, they were there probably for some obvious reason, but I never felt threatened, not even in Sindagan. Zamboanga, as we go further south, is getting apparently a little bit more dangerous, but still, I haven't heard anything happening there. But saying that, my friends got a beach resort in Sindagan. Just as soon as I left Sindagan, 2-3 days later, he mentioned to me that the army and the police went to his resort and warned him there could be an immediate terrorist action taking place somewhere in Sindagan, and that he should have maybe should hire a security guard with a gun in the front of the beach resort. However, after he mentioned that to me, nothing happened. For example, the US government do not recommend you to travel, say, in the Sulu Archipelago. And this is very unfortunate because it's a beautiful, one of the most beautiful places in south of Mindanao, just off Mindanao, between Mindanao and Indonesia and Malaysia. And it's one of the most beautiful places. And this is in my list. It's gorgeous. There's a series of islands there. As I say, we call the Sulu Archipelago in the Sulu Sea, and there's a high rate of crime there, and terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. I haven't heard much in the last 2 years about that, honestly. And you probably may know, Becoming Filipino is a Canadian guy who went there, and I know he had the army escorting him all the time, but people seems to be very, very nice. They're very, very hospitable and very nice. And it's unfortunate that this kind of statement by the government really scare you. But it's not that dangerous. I'm going to go there. I want to go there. Another area which may be dangerous, Marawi City. Marawi City in Mindanao is apparently full of terrorists and a lot of civil unrest, and something nasty happened there in 2017. There's a lot of dead people. The army was there. You can see the picture now. That was pretty serious. This was in 2017. However, since then, I haven't heard anything bad really happening in the Philippines. Okay, so honestly, as I say again, I feel very safe. Okay, now if you look at the statistic, the US is worse than the Philippines. The crime rate in the US is higher than in the Philippines, and despite putting a big downgrade because of Mindanao, which is quite unfair, still Philippines is safer than the US in general. So that's quite ironic. Anyway, the side and the eastern side of Mindanao is probably the safest one. I mean, Dipolog, that's the north part. It's pretty safe here. I mean, I know they are Muslim, we can see them on the street, but it's very safe. Davao is pretty safe. Shoga on the west side is pretty safe. I mean, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't worry. I mean, bear in mind that we talk about Mindanao, but if you go to Manila, Quezon, Mandaluyong, and those places, probably more dangerous than Mindanao altogether. So, you know, Mindanao's got a bad name, but it's unfortunate because, as far as I'm concerned, I feel so safe. My windows, sometimes I don't shut them, I forget them during the night. My door, I forgot to lock it. I don't worry. I don't worry. Nobody's going to come and steal anything or do anything to you. No, I think Manila is probably more dangerous. You know, you got to lock up your place and make sure there's no access from anywhere in your house that the thief can come in and steal your laptop or anything like that, because they're going to do that. But here, Diplock, it's very safe. Very safe. Now, this YouTube is out. I'm going to lock all my window and my and my door. But also, we got a security guard anywhere at the entrance, so it's very hard for them to come in and steal anything. So, yeah. But when I'm out on the street and I go out, I never felt threatened whatsoever. Never. There's also some area inside Mindanao, you know, really inside, and in the mountain area where it's a bit isolated and there's a concentration of Muslim, I guess. I wouldn't go. That's probably what I would do. Or if I go, we'll go in big numbers. I mean, we intend to do a bit of a trip in motorbike. We're going to be quite a few of us together to go in those areas. But still, a lot of people be going around, and you know, nothing's happening. So, as I say, except really the south of Mindanao, Sulu Archipelago, Marawi, Jolo province, they're probably the only area where you need to be a little bit more careful. But still, you will see that as soon as you go inside the city or somewhere, the army will be around, and in most cases they're going to follow you. And this is what happened to me one night when I was in Diplock, and just going home pretty late. I think it was like 11:30 at night, and I was going home with my motorbike, and I stopped in a street intersection just to go through, and the army was there. And it's funny now, because as soon as I just take off gently, one of them jumped in a motorbike and follow me behind. So, see, they look after you. They really look after you. That's very nice. I didn't need his escort. I'm pretty sure I didn't need it, and he probably should have. He didn't need it, but just precautions probably in his duty, that they need to look after Westerner, because you know, if something happened to one of us, I mean, tourism would just die just like that. So they look after us. We're pretty safe, guys. It's no problem whatsoever. Okay, let me put a link. One of my friends, he did a video. He's a vlogger as well, a little while ago, and that's another way of explaining the situation. I think he did it pretty well, in a rough way, but it's pretty informative. So I'll put the link down below, and you can have a look at it. Come over and have fun, because Mindanao is one of the most beautiful places in the Philippines. So we'll see you guys soon. I'll see you soon. Take care. God bless.